Potato Cat and welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Xoxo Blood Droplets. I've already played Xoxo Droplets and now I'm going to play the more demented version of it. Yay! I know very little about this game. All I know is that it's like Xoxo Droplets and Yandere Simulator had a love child, it seems like. But other than that, that's all I know. And I know there's supposed to be downloadable content, but it is not out. That's kind of all I know. But yeah, let's continue. Oh, fun. Starts out with raining blood. Warning, Xoxo Blood Droplets is often very silly, but horror elements are regularly present. It includes strong cursing, oh no, violence in many varieties, death, blood, exaggerated personalities, disturbing behavior, and more. The game is recommended for those who are 18 and older. Thank you for playing. Oh, great, I'll put a warning. So, choose a first name for the main character. Of course, I'm just going to use the one I originally used for Xoxo, which is Matilda. What a wonderful picture. She looks completely sane. Do you want to watch the prologue? Yes. Hey. Hi, Matilda. Hey. Oh, here we are. I'm starting my junior year. Isn't that before the original game? Oh, after? Does that mean this game's going to be shorter? I think it was I can't remember what year I started. I thought it was a sophomore, but I could have been a junior. We had like 2 birthdays, right? I don't remember. I finished the entire game. Well, the free version. So I played through all the characters, but it's been a while. In high school. And that means it's time to get to work on filling out a new diary. Someone's gonna want to make a biography about me eventually, so I got to make sure they'll have the material they need. I suppose if you're in prison, someone might want to write an autobiography about you. It's worked with the other famous prisoners. This year is especially important because I finally convinced my parents to let me attend a boarding school. Similar starting out, except for now she's in jail for some reason. And all I had to do was get myself thrown out of all the public schools they sent me to. Oh, that's all you had to do? What did you do? Set fire to the place? It's called St. Sarabella, or SSB. I knew as soon as I arrived at the gate. Oh, it's a gate. It's a gate. We're not in prison. That living here was gonna be amazing. First couple days in this joint and things are already working exactly as well as I figured they would. Basically, everybody wants to be my friend. The only ones that truly stand out are Lynn, the school nurse who goes by his last name. It's a damn shame that he's faculty and off the table in terms of dating. I liked Lynn. Alicia, Alicia, Alice. It's Alice. I don't think I could ever correctly pronounce her name. She used to be my neighbor until she also got sent to boarding school. Small world. And Missy Smith, some random cheerleader bitch. She's pretty. Everyone gets a legitimate intro and poor Missy just gets random cheerleader bitch. At least she's pretty. They're still really not that important, though. Now things are getting good. In order to create a harmonious learning community, SSB has these required after-school group activities with goofy bonding exercises and such. Mine is extra special. It's the group for the most abysmally awful students around. The kind of people who were so unwanted by all the normal groups that they had to invent this new one. I'm certainly not going to complain about that placement, considering who my group mates are. There's... Oh my goodness, he looks so creepy with his eyes like that. He looks like an evil floating head. Pran Taylor, a hateful rock. Jeremy King, misery incarnate. Bae Pyeon, a smug prick. Shiloh Fields, Vicky McStalker. Nate Lawson, an over-emotional perfectionist. And Everett Gray, a dickish hipster guy. They're such jerks and so much fun. Plus, it turns out that Lynn is a supervisor. Lynn is a saint. Who are these other people? I guess they're going to tell me. I've noticed that besides those group douches, there are also a lot of lovely and charming and normal guys running around in the school. Well, there used to be. I need more details on that. Oh, skulls, that explains a lot. Except for these two are safe, apparently. This one's just smudged out. Don't know what really happened there. For some reason, people like that just keep transferring out or totally disappearing or wind up murdered, dead. Wind up dead, not murdered, dead, which sounds like murder. How mysterious. I surely have no idea what could be going on there. But anyways, as I was explaining, this is a great place. Just amazing. So we're just skipping over all the dead people, disappearing people, and people who had to suddenly transfer out. I watched a show like that. It was an episode where they went to this college And there's a cheerleader who's like, oh yeah, just like every other college, 1 in 5 students mysteriously goes missing. Or just like every other college, 1 in 5 teachers mysteriously goes missing. Or things like, we didn't even have that outbreak of warts that gives you nightmares. Like, all the colleges are like that. Hey, it's hard to keep up with everything that happens around here. Time is flying by. And this seems scary. I know that is like blood, but this is the one that's scary. I've cemented myself into the dumb social society of the school. We've had a bunch of more meetings. I turned 17, and the group even got to go on an overnight field trip together. So we basically skipped at least a year of the original game. And also, love hearts, and that is going through the heart. Sorry. I guess love hearts. I'm in love. Yes, I cannot deny it. One of my ridiculous group mates has truly wormed his way into my heart. I just want to see him all the time. The world is such a beautiful place. Oh wow, a lot is happening here. I see some X's on some round things that I assume are faces. That's a lot of Y's. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, why is life so unfair? I like him, and I know he likes me, but we've never been able to get together. Why do those other assholes have to ruin everything? I want to end it all. It's a Friday. Oh great, we're just okay. It's Friday and there's another meeting. Woo. Seriously though, I'm done missing my chances. Enough is enough. She looks very determined and kind of scary. I will get what's mine this weekend, even if it's the last thing I do. ... That's ominous. Okay, so does that mean like this game is 3 days long? Because it's Friday and then the weekend, so yeah, it's 3 days. So this is gonna be a super short game. Welcome to Xoxo Blood Droplets. We've got a mini tutorial before the game continues. Awesome, I love tutorials. They tell me what to do, because if you just do it in game, if you see my Yandere simulator, I fight it with every fiber of my being and just do what I want to do until I give up. And then you have just 4 episodes of me running around in circles. This is a non-commercial build. It includes a prologue and 3 separate stories. Lines. Gotta move my cursor out of the way. Later on, a commercial DLC will be released that includes 9 new storylines you can branch off into. Cool. Although I didn't buy the other DLC. I should, but cheap. Some of the characters you'll meet at the beginning of the game only really come into play during those 9 additional stories. And there are a few characters who don't appear at all in the base version. They just show up in the DLC. You can see the names listed in the VA cast list. Okay, question, why are you telling me this bit? This is just advertising the fact that it's like, okay, so I know you see these, but you can't play them. Makes sense. But to say, oh yeah, there's characters you don't even get to see in this one. Oh yeah, they're not here. You want to know about them? You want to? You gotta get the other thing. Yeah. That's what this is. That's just mean. It's not even available yet. Partial voice acting will be added to the pre-build of the game at the same time the DLC releases. It isn't currently in the game. Okay, good. I'm not wearing headphones, so that's great. I won't have any echoes. As a visual novel, XOBD is pretty straightforward to play. You get to read the stories and then choose the options you prefer as choices come along. Sweet. Sounds pretty usual. Though there are a few gameplay elements that require a bit of explanation. Okay, awesome. In most scenes, a button will be situated. Okay, button. See. The upper left corner that opens the character bio screen. You can look up the character there to go over some notable qualities. Okay. Oh, can we see? So Jeremy, Bay, I kind of wish they didn't have this bright purple over this and then have white text on it. Kind of hurts my eyes. I mean, granted, I need new glasses right now, but I'm not going to read all of them right now. Notable traits: beautiful, desirable, funny, content. Is that what that says? I don't know, it's hard for me to see. Okay. Yeah, or not, whatever. I'm pretty much as good as it gets. And it says her bio. This page is used for showing the affection level of the MC. She starts out madly in love with whichever boy you choose. Okay, cool. As the story goes, you may get the chance to decrease her attachment. She can even come to hate your original choice. If you ever not sure what she's feeling, is it here? Okay. Cool. Alright, yeah, I will read because I don't know who's actually dateable I'll figure it out once I guess I get to choose a guy. In the beginning, it sounds like this whole episode is just going to be me going through the tutorial, it seems like. Okay. Right there. You can also go over the guy's opinions on the other dudes, okay, around. Plus the MC. Generally, the boys do not get along, but there are some exceptions. Yeah, there were groups of people who liked each other in that game, if things are similar to the original. You can also use the bio page to check on the current affection level of the MC. In Xoxo Blood Droplets, the MC starts out liking your guy of choice as much as she possibly can. As the events unfold, you get to decide if she continues to feel that way or if she begins to tire of his ridiculousness. There are 3 levels. Love, it uses a heart icon and the starting point. Unsure uses an ellipses icon, and done, it uses a red X icon. It isn't possible to get straight from love to done. You need to spend at least some time at unsure first. In most cases, you can't go back up to love after deciding to be unsure. While playing, you might end up having a thought bubble appear in the upper right corner. That's an indicator letting you know what's about to happen. What's about to happen is tied to the affection of the MC. Oh, cool. I like things that give me a heads up. If you make the same story choices to reach that scene while having a different affection level, then the event will play out differently. Branch new choice options might become available. So I'm going to probably play this a few rounds, depending on how long it is. Some of the affection indications show 2 icons instead of the bubble. That means inside the bubble. Oh, cool. That means the same scene happens with either of those affection levels. Oh, okay. If you want something new, you have to visit that scene with the one affection level that is not shown. Okay. In the game, you'll know if you're making a choice that changes affection level or if it's a normal story choice by the color of the choice buttons. Story choice button is pink. Affection choice button is red. If the button if the buttons each have a light pink heart on them, it's story choice. If the hearts are red instead, it's an affection level choice. Changing the affection level usually doesn't influence the event you're currently in. The impact happens further down the line, the road. Okay. Normal story choices can immediately cause a big change, or they can do seemingly nothing at first, only to come into play later. When a choice menu does appear, the game makes an automatic save for you. Cool. You can always return to the last choice you saw by clicking the button on the text box with an A and up arrow on it. Okay. An automatic save isn't made when you're choosing where to go on the map screen. It's recommended to make a save of your own at those junctions. I just think they wanted to say junctions. So there's a classroom, pathway, my room, dorms, balcony, entrance, hallway, meeting room. Cool. The map screen is a top-down view of the school with different points of interest you can visit. The bottom right corner has a box with your current objective written inside. Objective. I guess that one doesn't have a current objective. Sometimes the place you go will move the story forward. Sometimes it will lead you to your demise. And sometimes nothing happens. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Will I know if it'll lead me to my, or am I just gonna randomly click on like courtyard and be like, haha, stabby stabby. Lastly, Xoxo blood droplets has a few hotkeys, shortcuts that you can use. T opens the text. History, cool. H hides the text box. Other user interfaces that are, yeah, okay. Yeah, I just use the middle mouse button and it explodes the screen. It's a RimPie game. S takes a screenshot, cool. A opens the accessibility options. Okay. But if the text size or line spaces is increased significantly, the words will jump off the screen. Wait, so I can increase the, okay, cool. That's not, will get cut off. So cool. This will definitely help. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna make it huge. I feel like that's too big. It cut off. Oh, that's cool. F turns full screen mode on and off. V turns on electronic voice. Yeah, we're not doing that. Tab. Yup. We don't need that. Page up. Delete can. I don't need this stuff. Thank you so much for playing. Alright. I guess we'll get to actually play the game in the next episode. I am Tato Cat. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.